Hey guys, welcome back to Bethelby Organizing, where I help people organize their homes for free. In today's video, we are organizing this walk-in pantry. She actually has a few systems in here that are still working for her, so we are going to keep those, and we're just going to pull everything off the shelves because some of these shelves were kind of dirty, so I want to wipe all the shelves down, and then we're going to sort these jars a little better. And as I'm organizing this pantry, then I'm doing it in sections because we don't have a lot of counter space to put things on. So I'm going to do each part of this pantry in a section, and that section is going to be like the jars, whatever category is going to be in that section, that's the one we're going to work on. So we're going to work on these jars, and then I'm going to put the jars back on, and then I'll move to the next section. And this strategy could help you if you don't have a lot of time, but you still want to get your stuff organized. Then you can take one shelf at a time, one little section, just do that little part, and then you're done for the day. And the next time you have more time, then do another little section. And the more you do that, then you will just slowly find that your space is organized and you didn't leave such a big mess and it didn't overwhelm you as much as you thought it might. Because taking a whole project like this all at the same time and trying to pull everything out at the same time, sometimes it overwhelms you and you might not feel like completing the job, so you're left with a big mess and then you just don't like organizing after that. So you keep telling yourself, I'm not going to organize my spaces because every time I do, I just make it worse. So if you take a little section, that might actually help you a lot to enjoy organizing or decluttering, and you might find you love it and your whole house will be organized in no time. Now that I have the two shelves wiped down, I'm going to put the jars back on. I'm also wiping off the bottom of the jars because they are a little bit sticky from whatever was on the shelves. And I really love the way these glass jars look. They are super nice and they make so you don't need to label your jars if you don't want to, because sometimes with food jars like this, I've noticed people, they don't keep putting the same food into the jars, and then there's a label on it, but the label doesn't match the food. So it makes them feel a little bit like they're not organized or they failed at organizing. But I think if you know you're not going to keep up with the label of the jar, then just don't put it on there in the first place, because you can see exactly what's in there. And if you wanted to change out the food, then you don't have to worry about pulling the label off or the label mismatching. If you do put something in there that looks like baking soda, baking powder, or just sugar or anything that looks similar to each other, make sure you do label it, because you are going to forget what it is and you don't want to end up using the wrong ingredients in your food. But now we are going to work on these shelves, and as I'm pulling everything out, I am sorting it onto the counters into its own category. And I think I've said this before, but if you sort everything into categories while you are pulling it out, then it makes it so much easier to organize and put everything back, and it makes it a lot quicker too. This also helps you to know what categories to make space for and also how much space to make for each category. As I'm editing this video, I just now realized I'm not wearing gloves while I'm doing this project. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already so you can join our organizing family. And I will see you guys in my next video.